A great welcome to the third session of the powerful three lecture series on how to create and grow a successful business in physiotherapy. This series is being brought to you by Project Ask Physios in collaboration with Star Exercises Physiotherapy Services. I'm Ravi Shankar, physical rehab business analyst and coach, and I'm the resource person for these three lectures. In the first two lectures, we understood how to create a great business in physiotherapy and how to make it competitive. If you missed those sessions, please find them in the YouTube channel of Project Ask Physios. In this session, we will see how a great competitive business in physiotherapy can be converted into a brand. So, what are we expecting to do by becoming a brand? Branding is a relative social image perceived at individual levels and realized at social levels through feedbacks and opinions of patients and their family members who have previously hired your services and have interpreted their experiences about the realities of your proposed promises about providing a quality physiotherapy service. This is a relative image because it can vary between being positive, neutral, or negative in the same service by different individuals. These experiences, when communicated either in person or over a community platform, they have the potential to shape the decision making of new prospective patients towards hiring or not hiring your services. So, how important it is to focus on branding? See, branding is not only required for the physio or his or her business only, but it is equally important a need for patients also. So, how is this? First, unless branded, an expert physio services will be known to a lesser fraction of the needy population. So, the ideal direction of expectation is patients seeking solutions from branded physios rather than physios calling up numbers provided to them as potential leads and asking people whether they require physio service or not. So, this is about maintaining the dignity of relationship between the physios and patients. So, service seekers are encouraged to know about reputed physios and hire their services with least or no negotiations. They do the negotiations about pricing and all. So, concerned therapists, they serve their patients well so as to safeguard their brand image in the society, right? So, the third importance is building reputation. It's about building a reputation. So branding grows the reputation of any physio as a preferred employer, as a guide, and as an opportunity provider for other talented physiotherapists. So this contributes towards enhancing the contribution of overall field of physio towards the society. And finally, for all the above given reasons, brands are recession proof. That is, they have the potential to recover their businesses earlier and better than non brands. So, can every physio become a brand? The answer is a big no. Only physios who have converted their physio work into a business can grow as a brand. An individual physio can best become a superstar. They can get a superstar's recognition, but they won't be recognized as a brand. So they need to convert their work into a brand so as to be recognized with some kind of a relative good image in the society, being a healer, being a rehabilitation entity, and all those things, right? So another aspect is creating a great team around these business processes. So higher the goal, the better the team has to be. We have already discussed about this aspect in our previous two lectures. So now the question is how to convert one's physio business into a brand. So number one, which is to be done, is time, money, and effort. The investment of time, money, and effort is to be optimized into efficient work processes, right? And then the top and expertise of the team as a whole has to be promoted in the market, right? So as to gain direct patience. Brands, they focus on acquiring direct markets rather than a brand can never build upon business to business referrals and all. Business to business referrals is one of the sources of getting patients, but if you really wish to grow as a brand in physiotherapy, then you need to get direct patients, and it becomes much easier for the people to recognize you, identify you, and approach you for your services once your top end expertise is well known to them. Then, once the market responds, it has to be retained through repetitive engagements. What these repetitive engagements do, like you inform them about any upcoming seminars or camps, activities, orientation programs, or any follow-up services, whatever. So what they do is they somehow remain involved with your work, right, over a period of time. And then at the first instance of any new need, or any, if they come to know about any relatives problem who are going to require any physiotherapy service, so they are going to help you get a business, right? And repeat business from the same client, from the same direct client, right? It's the base of building up your brand. So please do remember. Then what is to be done is, three most important virtues of your business have to be practiced. They have to be developed, they have to be retained, and they have to be enhanced, right? Because this would increase the faith of market, the direct market, in your services. Number one is ethical practice, right? You have to promote ethical practice, whether it be related to billing, whether it be related to appointments, whether it be related to any kind of uneven, any like near fall events happening or something. So you have to be accountable, you have to be open, you have to be honest. Then you need to have a strong grievance redressal, especially those caused due to human errors of your team members, right? Now, when you purchase a technical equipment, say a mobile phone or a laptop, so there are this 500, 600 problems which can happen, and this is the logarithm algorithm to rectify the same. But since we are into human services, it's more of it's not feasible without the pure involvement of a human being, the physios. So a lot of issues, whether it be due to mismatch of expectations, or the expected and the actual delivery of services. So because of this mismatch, a lot of grievances, they do come up. So if your grievance redressal is strong, that will reinforce the faith of the population. They might be complaining, they might be having issues, because you see, if you're working, there would be issues. But what matters is, as a business, how you are projecting your commitment to taking care of those grievances, right? And third virtue which you have to maintain, which we have discussed, is about bill commitments. The more authentic you are, the stronger your promises are. They have to be substantiated by the bills which you give to the patients. Any bill which you are giving, either as a as either you're giving them a quotation, or you're giving them a bill for service which has been completed, or helping them with any kind of a query which is raised by their reimbursing bodies. These insurance companies, at times when the bills for physiotherapy services are submitted, there is queries. So just ask them that please take those queries over the email, and we will be replying whatever is required. So these kind of things, they would increase the faith of market in your services. And brands, they are known to uh, take care of these three things: ethical practice, grievance redressals, and bill commitments. And just don't feel content with the good feedbacks provided by patients. If you've really done, if you really achieved, great rehab outcomes for a challenging case in a highly professional manner, find the most impactful ways of making it known in the public. And this is how great brands behave, right? Good, okay, you just mentioned something, you achieved something great, but it goes in your feedbacks only or just within your blogs. No, be quite vocal about it, because this is how brands, they create a word about their great work, their expertise in the market. So that will help more and more needy patients, they would be approaching you. So this is a responsibility, actually. Branding is a responsibility which you have to take up to help patients identify you and approach you for their needful redemptions, right? So, finally, to ask how much time it will take for any physio to become a brand. Well, if you start getting into the process of getting into business, popularizing, and then repeating the things, then will normally at a local, say, district level with the highest standard of branding maintained, as explained above, it will take about 18 to 24 months, or for any new physiotherapy clinic or a new initiative in service. So because you need to, branding is all about development of that stable image in the society. So no matter how frequently you market, because marketing and advertising can be done on the basis of money which has yet not been generated in the market, in your clinic or in your venture, whether it be a clinic or your home service. It can be funded by your family, friends, or you can take a loan from the bank to do those advertisements, right? So branding and development of a positive brand image is, it's dependent on so many factors, and it happens over a time. So a great business plan, a competitive team, and a conducive work environment which is implemented and maintained over a long period of time, that will ensure you a positive branding. So concluding this 3 lecture webinar series with the summary lines that to establish and grow a business successful in physiotherapy, popularize your best skills in the market, popularize the best skills of your team, become highly competitive in serving your patients with the same, and and attempt at attaining and maintaining your positive brand image. There's a lot of effort, planning, and commitment and action which is going to, it's going to be required. So this house is now open for queries and concerns. I'm looking forward to them. Thank you.